Hi, beautiful divine soul. Thank you for being here, mostly in the moment with me, Mystic Mia Moksha, for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at what you don't know about how they feel about you. So this could be feelings that they have or had towards you that you didn't know about, or it could be something you suspected or had a clue about, but wasn't absolutely sure. Or it could be something you know, but they don't think that you know, you're just a smarty. Okay, so it's going to be a fun reading. And I just want to say thank you so much for your comments, your likes, and your genuine light and love that you're shining this way. I appreciate it so much, and it's so heartfelt. I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. And I set a prayer, an intention, all the most beautiful energies that you receive the highest, best divine messages for yourself to move you towards the path that you want, and that is for your highest and best good, that you're aware of, and that is the best for your love life. I feel like a lot of tarot readers make the mistake of putting in the intentions they want for the viewers. So I make sure that I always put in the intention of what you want, that you're aware of, that is for your highest and best good for you now and for your love life, the highest and best good for your love life, but also for what you want. Because I feel like when you say the highest and best for people, sometimes it's not what they want for themselves. So I always make sure that I include what is for the highest and best good that you want. All right, so I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, Pile 00 with the Emerald. Let's look at how your person feels about you that you didn't know about. Okay. Right off the bat, oh my goodness, all these cards are falling off the table. 1 second. Okay, so that was just a bunch of cards flying off the table, and it fell under the desk, which is the meaning for that for me is this is something that is being done under the table. They're very intuitive, but they haven't really been really outright and forthcoming with it. So they're very like religious, or they're very spiritual, or they have really deep philosophies, something they like to just discover about themselves. And they kept this hidden from you. This card came out in reverse, so it's like I'm getting this is from their side, and they kept this hidden from you about how like psychic they actually are. So it's kind of funny because I feel like you might like talk to them about some of these spiritual things. Or just kind of like unknown knowledge, kind of those like niche topics out there. And it's kind of funny because like they're so psychic. They have strong abilities, and they kept it kind of hidden from you because I feel like that's something that they don't usually bring up like around their boys or around their family, around their friends, their girlfriends. Like they don't, whether they're male or female. Like I feel like it's like it might be surprising to you. It's surprising definitely to their friends. Even their friends are kind of weird about it, so they kind of learn from a young age to kind of just keep it like secret or keep it hidden and not really tell many people about it. That's so funny. Like they kept it secret from you. Ace of Cups. Wow, offering a romantic love gesture. So they did some kind of like intention work on you and this connection. They did something. They worked with spirit. They worked with the energies to ask you to be theirs before they even did it in the physical. They might have prayed to God. They might have, I'm seeing like writing, so they might have wrote down in like a manifestation journal. They were trying to manifest you. They would ask to meet you in their dreams. They would talk to you in their meditations. Like they're very highly spiritual, and they somehow knew how to kind of energetically talk to you before they even physically offered you something romantic in the physical. Wow, that's crazy. That they didn't. That's wow, unbelievable. They're telling you now, or you're finding out now. Why are you finding out about this now? King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of burned into their minds to not scare people away that they do these things. They might practice like witchcraft or wizardry or some sort of magic spells, or they might come from a background like that. They might come from a background of mystical workers, magical workers, people that work with spirit. You know, one of their parents might have been a psychic medium, or practice, witchcraft or spells, or they might come from a religious background. They might come from a religious family, someone that's really involved in the church or temple or synagogue or whatever. So I feel like a mosque, I feel like they come from a very spiritual line, and they know they have these gifts, but they've been kind of taught, like they might have scared away a lot of potential partners and friends by talking about this kind of stuff too much. And I'm getting that they kind of knew or were interested in this kind of stuff even when they were younger, either in childhood or even teenage years, young adulthood. They were interested in this, and they kind of learned early on, like, yeah, you shouldn't talk to just anyone about it because it'll scare people away. And I feel like they have scared away friends, potential partners in the past before. I'm getting even some family members don't really talk about it that much. Okay. My heart is guarded at the moment. Okay. And I feel like they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you about it. They wouldn't. Tomorrow will be better. But they are, shift your focus, they are getting better at being optimistic about it. They're getting better at being more open about this. But they often shift their focus. They often, like, if like, you might have noticed this, like, if you start to talk about like spiritual things or, esoteric topics, like, they might switch the subject or try not to talk about it so heavily, or just kind of talk about generally. And so you might not even think that they're even interested in this kind of stuff. And it's because of this. It's because they actually are. Way more than you know. I miss you, do you? Yeah. I feel like this being really guarded in this way, hiding this part of themselves that is so important to them, that is so powerful, made them push you away, because you made them confront this part of them that they learned from an early age to not reveal. So to play it safe rather than be sorry, they pushed you away. So you might have picked up on the fact that you were really, really strong soulmates, really had a strong energetic bond with this person. There's a very like otherworldly synergy between the two of you, but for some reason they pushed you away. And now you know why. So this does seem like a little to no communication situation, or someone that you had a falling out with, someone ghosted you, someone you're in a separation with. You might have had a relationship with this person, but it might have been short-lived because they kind of pushed you away very quickly. Okay. So now let's look at something about how they feel about you that you already know, but something about it that you don't know. So how do they feel about you in a way that you already know. Wow. Okay. So they feel like you're very creative. And you probably already know this because you don't hide your gifts. So you have some sort of creative art form. So you may not be specifically in a spiritual line of work. Or you might not be in a creative line of work. But you have really strong creative abilities. And they might know this about you. Yeah. They acknowledge, they recognize your creativity, your ability, some sort of creative ability, a talent that you have. They know about this. They admire you for this. You already know this, but something that you don't know about this, about how they see you creatively. 3 of Wands. Oh, wow. They've always wanted to work with you in that way. So if you're a dancer and you didn't know that they dance, they always wanted to dance with you. If you're a painter, they always wanted to paint with you. If you're a musician, they always want to play music with you. You know, if you're really good with your hands and like construction, they always want to build things with you, make things with you. If you're like a storyteller, they always want to, you know, write something with you. You know, performer, they want to perform with you. You know, work with video content, they want to make videos with you. Yeah, they wanted to make things with you. And you probably didn't know this because they're keeping everything like a secret. Wow, like the most powerful and genuinely like if you knew these things about you, you'd be like, I'm never letting you go because we were meant to be. We're supposed to live our lives together. But there's something that you're really creative in that they want to do with you. Like actually, like they want it to be like a long-term project or even a business, a charity to create, like a circuit, like doing it in different cities together. Like there's something about like wanting to do this with you for a good period of time. And you never knew about it. You never knew that they were interested in it or that they wanted to be creative with you, wanted to kind of do this with you. This is blowing my mind, really. Why do they keep this a secret from you? Let's see, I'm going to use this deck instead. Why do they keep this? Page of Pentacles. Reverse. Something about them being too shy to ask. 9 of Cups. Ace of Cups. It was like overwhelming how perfectly they fit with you. Like how perfectly your desires and hobbies and interests in lives aligned with theirs. They kind of freaked out. They're like, it hit the Ace of Cups, this 9 of Cups, which is wish granted, that it was like so overwhelming that they probably only made like one move towards you. So this was a very short-lived connection, is because they were so overwhelmed by like the perfection of this. They were so overwhelmed by that. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I want to do this kind of like fun last topic of this reading about how they feel about you right now. And I'm going to use some die. I have some dice that I'm going to use to figure that out. So let's see how many dice to use first. 3 dice. Okay, I'm going to use all 3 dice. We have, sorry if that's loud, 9, 10. So 10, I'm going to use this book, which is like Letting Go, Pathway of Surrender, David Hawkins' book with all the different emotions, and he puts like a numerical value to them. There's a lot of videos about like keeping your vibes high, so they tell you that you should keep your emotions like 200 or higher, and then the rest is like negative emotions. Okay, so we have 10 here, and so that is pride, scorn, indifferent. They're too proud. They're too proud to come to you, and they have an inflated ego. They would they would be a little bit demanding towards you. Right now they're being a little bit demanding, so I feel like it's because you ask them to be their true selves in front of you. Because if they were, you two are a complete match, like a divine match here. It's a divine counterpart, but you're asking them to be their true self, and they've been telling themselves their entire life to push that side of them away. And they're like, even if I come to you being my full self, like, you're the only one who's going to accept me. Like, no one else will. Like, yeah, maybe you will accept me, but no one else will. And so do I let you go, someone I know like a little bit, for the sake of having all my friends and family and coworkers and all these other people that know me be on my side? Or should I, like, would I give that up for someone I just met? Yeah, we have a deep connection, but they're the only ones who would accept me and love me. Like, what about the rest of the people? So this is someone who has a very hard time coming to terms of being their true self in front of other people. They're very magical, very mystical, very highly connected to spirit. They see the creativity, the way you show creativity in your life, in many ways, and they are just kind of like swooning. I'm hearing swooning, because they would like probably faint at that idea of even thinking about how perfect you two would combine your lives and your activities, your passions. Swooning, I'm hearing. And because you demand them to come into their true power and be their genuine self, if they were to be with you now, like, you probably even notice if you talk to them now, but I feel like most of you are in little to no communication, they'd be so demanding of you and your energies. I worry about us a lot, because your energy is demanding them to be genuine. They would mirror that to you by be physically demanding to you. They would ask too much for you and then try to blame it on you for not stepping up to the plate in this connection, in a relationship. Oh, it's your fault that this connection isn't good because, you're not doing this, and the other thing. No, they're physically being demanding in a negative way towards you, because they want to put the fault on you. When if you look in the mirror, it's like, it's just their energy, your energy demanding of them to be their true self, because that's how they'd feel empowered, they'd feel powerful, they'd be living a life true to themselves. They'd be more happier than they would ever imagine, because they're being genuine. That's why this person is repelled by you in that way. Okay, so how they feel about you right now. I really hate not communicating as much as I want to. Yeah, there's this hatred. You hear these, I never use that word hate. But there's a hatred. They have a hatred towards themselves for not being able to communicate to you as much as they want to. I know you've been right. I've been trying to forgive myself. Yeah. It's just this energy of like complete hatred towards themselves. It's a strong hatred because they really feel like I'm preventing myself from being as powerful as I can be, as happy as I can be, to live a life like, we have one shot at life, to live a life truly genuinely as myself, doing the things I love, out of the fear of people, out of fear of losing the people around them, the life that they have right now, out of fear of not being accepted by other people. I have a feeling this person may actually may have really troubled relationships with other people, their family, their friends, their coworkers, because this fear of not being accepted for who they are is in their energy, in their aura, and it might be so strong for so long that they're actually probably bringing towards them people who don't like who they are. So they're being surrounded by enemies. And it's like, if they just kind of accepted who they are and released that fear, they'd be able to kind of attract people who accept them for who they are. You see what I'm saying? And so they have a huge fear of you, because you represent like their biggest obstacle in life. And they worry so much. They hate themselves so much. They must have so much anxiety. They must feel like people are judging them all the time. And they really, really feel so terrible about not talking to you, not reciprocating your genuine love. Like you're being so you and so pure in the way that you were talking to them. You're being truly yourself. Oops. Prosperity. Yeah, I feel like they care too much about physical things, money, appearances, how people see them, that kind of thing. Too bad. Psychic abilities. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah. They have strong psychic abilities. Very strong. Something you did not know. They know. Like there's no way that they don't know that you're an ultimate high level soulmate, if not the perfect divine counterpart. Like they know. They must think about you a lot because they feel very strongly, and you make them feel very deeply. You make them see. They might try to avoid you, try to forget you, shift your focus. Right? They might try to forget you because they try not to think about you, but it's gonna be so hard. They're gonna be thinking about you so much because as much as they try, it's there. You've unmasked this huge issue that they have, this huge shadow work that they need to do. And so they would not be your best friend right now if you were together in the physical, because they have so much hatred towards themselves. They have so much anxiety. And you remind them of like that deepest block they have, the deepest shadow work that they need to do. And it's just going to get worse. Like the life is probably getting worse and worse because they're not doing this shadow work. And so they're just attracting more and more people that actually might not like them and may actually cause them more anxiety. And it's because they're not doing this like shadow work. and accepting their psychic abilities and like working with that, working with their intuition and stuff. So yeah, they wouldn't be nice to you. Like you two might get along, you might have like really nice dates and a lot of good like intimate moments together, but at the end of the day, they would just be like, well, you know, you said you were going to do this and then this, and like I have to do all of this, and you're not doing anything. They would project on you like crazy. So that's why the two of you aren't together right now, or in some sort of separation. But this is getting worse and worse until they actually acknowledge this. Okay, so message for the two of you. Step out of your comfort zone. This is for them. This is all a message for them. Look at all this purple. Yeah. This is a message for them to step outside of their comfort zone. To the North Node. To listen to their calling in life, their life purpose. Yeah. So I would, you are already a huge help to them in life. Now all you can really do is just send them well wishes while they do their shadow work that they need to do by themselves. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this reading. I know it's a really powerful one. It's not the best message, but at least I hope it gave you a lot of clarity. I tended to have it more like lighthearted, but sometimes Spirit has more powerful messages that they need to bring through, and at least you can feel good now knowing that believe in the power of love. Yes, that's what Spirit's message for you is. That you weren't wrong. You love this person so deeply and profoundly, even though they hurt you so badly and just left or separated or something, something happened in that way. You weren't wrong. This was a very, very high level soulmate or your ultimate soulmate or a divine counterpart, twin flame kind of energy. This was a very, very profound love. So you're not crazy. You were right to believe in the power of love. But now you just have to love yourself and love them enough to allow them to do their shadow work. What would Spirit want you to do in the meantime, huh? Let me get a little message for that. You have the courage within you. You know your heart. So Spirit's kind of saying like, give them space. I used to do a lot of twin flame readings, and I still do once in a while. Whatever you think about the twin flame theory and journey, it is a very powerful tool for your spiritual journey if you so choose to elect to go on it. However, now I advise people like to maybe look at your options. But there's a lot of people prescribed to the twin flame journey now, and I get it. It's a great way to accelerate your soul growth very quickly. From what I know from mastery in studying these energies is if you're giving too much energy and thought to them, you're not allowing them to kind of give you thought and energy and give this situation thought and energy. So if you back off a little bit and shift your focus, tomorrow will be better. Yeah, if you shift your focus and away from them, it allows them to be in the energy, be in the situation, be in the connection to do their shadow work. Because like their energy is so filled with what you're giving them, your thoughts and your energy, that sometimes if you just kind of let them relax and give them space, the energy space, they'll naturally get to it sooner rather than later without having a tower moment. And it's not just that they would get a tower moment, you would get a tower moment too for giving too much energy to this. Because you'd allow them to do their work, and your work is kind of shifting your focus, like using that energy to do your inner work. And then when you're not, like shifting your focus. Shift your focus to what? Your talents. See, if you focus on your talents, they'll focus on theirs. So your creative abilities that you already know, maybe get back into it or think of new ones, whatever your talents are, explore that, and that will help your beautiful divine counterpart do the same without either of you having to go through a tower moment, okay? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you resonated, I really appreciate a like, a comment. This is more like deeper, powerful readings, and I know I'm trying to do more lighter ones, but I meant to. But if you don't mind these and actually think they're better sometimes, like let me know. I really appreciate your feedback because it's very, very helpful to me at this time as I'm, still growing. So I hope you enjoy this reading. I hope it's helping you with your highest and best divine goals, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 22 with the Diopside. Let's look at what you don't know about how they feel about you. So feelings that they have towards you that you didn't know about, or fear. Yeah, you might have had a clue about this, but weren't actually sure. They have intense amount of fear. And they might not be telling you about it, but you can see it in their face. It's like so obvious. Like you don't have to be like Sherlock Holmes to figure out this mystery. Like they are. It's funny because I feel like even if they didn't want to kind of show that they are really scared, they know. They're like, my face is probably giving it all away. There is no way that this beautiful intuitive soul, pile 22, is not figuring out that I'm scared to death. What are they scared to death about? Strength. Your strength, I'm getting. Yeah, they find you to be very powerful and very scary sometimes. I feel like sometimes you might be arguing with them, debating with them, yelling in anger or releasing your anger, venting about something. There's a lot of anger. I'm hearing dissertation, so sometimes like you're so powerful that, and so your thoughts are so well thought out that it scares them, because it's like you have the energy of like potentially always winning an argument, having the winning idea, I'm hearing. So like if the two of you are thinking about like, oh, like what should we do? Where should we go on for a trip? Or more, I'm getting more like serious topics. So like if you're thinking about moving, like where do you want to move? Or, if you should make this purchase or that purchase, and they're bigger purchases, or what goals the two of you are going to have in mind together. It seems like you're always right. It's just because you have this like confidence when you talk, and it's sometimes so powerful. And you might not think this about yourself, but you have a really strong energy, very powerful, very beautiful also, but scary when you're in the partnership. Like you probably have, you might even have friends who are kind of nervous to like pick a fight with you or anything, because like you are relentless. Like you will like list out all the reasons, all your points. Like you'll make a very strong argument, and you'll say it with such ferocity that it's like earth shaking, I'm hearing. So like you might have friends and family members or people around you even that know you, that have seen you get angry or get very passionate about an idea or something like that, just kind of tremble in your presence because of this power that you're bringing through. I love this like little lamb here because it's like you're so gentle. You know, you have the ability to be so gentle and then be so strong at the same time. It's scary, you know? And so alluring. Like, it's so mesmerizing. People are so attracted to that energy that you have. It's just like such powerful love and fear. It's like you could be a monarch, you could be a king or queen and rule lands, like, because you have that kind of authoritative energy. You know, you could be a really good leader, manager, boss, CEO, owner, business owner, politician, community leader. You have that presence. Yeah. And you might not, like, I think you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like you also have a very gentle side to you. So it's kind of like, it's like, why can't I meet anyone that also has these qualities where they're very powerful and gentle at the same time? It's a somewhat rare quality. Like, not all of us are born to be leaders in that way. Very mama bear, papa bear kind of energy. Very smart, powerful, courageous. You may not feel your best all the time. I mean, no one does feel like the best about themselves, or, you know, it's like, oh, I have a meeting today, or yeah, I have that phone call today, or, you know, we're going out with a bunch of people today. It's like, oh, I'm not feeling my best today. And, you know, everyone has their down, you know, day that they're feeling down and not their most confident, and you could like put on a show maybe, but like I feel like you just feel so human. So to hear this about your person feeling so fearful about how powerful you are might like be like kind of like confusing to you, first of all, because like, well, I know I show a lot of strength, but isn't that a good thing? Don't you want someone who's like strong? But I also like am soft. I can show my tender side. Like, can't they see that I'm both strong and gentle? And then also you might find it a little bit off-putting, because if they fear you, you might find that to be a little bit not the most desirable trait in your partner, right? You want your partner to fear you, you know. So that's why they try to keep this hidden from you, this aspect where they like kind of fear your power, because that's unattractive. You know, you are also very, very beautiful. There are some Leo qualities in here, Leo qualities, Libra qualities. I'm getting even better Capricorn, and Aries. Yeah, some beautiful qualities, even some strong water placements even. That's why you probably have like such ability to be sensitive and loving and nurturing towards people. So it's like you might be very confused. It's like, yeah, like I don't understand. Yeah, so that's why they try to keep it hidden, but it's like it's hard for them to actually do that, because I mean they're strong individual themselves, but you're a rare breed, I'm hearing. You're a rare breed. Okay, Knight of Pentacles and the Death card. Yeah, it might be actually enough to even slow their progress in this connection, make them slow to come to you with a more definitive offer, a more long-term offer. It makes them even slower. They might have, you know, started pushing on the brakes, and they might even actually be debating if you two are even right for each other, because they're like, I can't be seen as a wimp or a simp or a, you know, whether this is male or female, like they just like, they're like, I don't want to be seen as a weak person, and they make me feel weak sometimes. Sorry, that's just how it is sometimes. Justice, yeah, there we go with the Libran energies, with the whole extremes of, you know, both sides kind of thing. This came out from their energy, so I feel like they try to match your energy. I feel like they are, you know, good looking. They are balanced in their energies. Like they have, you know, they're strong as well. They're intelligent as well. They have good personality. They show some leadership qualities. They're a go-getter as well. But I'm hearing, you know, I don't hold a light to you. So they really just feel like they don't compare to you, and that makes them feel less than. And they're realizing now, like you might see them kind of pushing like the brakes, stomping on the brakes, like it's even harder now. You might have seen things were going very slow before, but they're not, even slower now, maybe even halted to a stop. And this is why, because you just outshine them, and they don't know how to deal with that. You outpower them, which is even worse, because sometimes they, like, you know, they feel like you need equal power in a relationship dynamic in order for it to work. And yeah, you make them feel powerless, weak, overshadowed, and less than. There's so many major arcanas here that this is a very, very powerful emotion that they're feeling, and probably the reason why they aren't so gung-ho about moving forward. Like I feel like they might have actually stopped this connection, and there's something happening between the two of you right now, where it's just kind of like, what's happening? Like everything stopped, things are changing very drastically, and it's because of this. They realize that they're gonna be in your shadow, and not a good way. There's like being in the shadow of someone where you don't mind being in the shadow, and you kind of like just giving the other person more support and letting them be in the limelight. Those partnership works, you know, when you choose to be in the shadow, when you choose to let the other person shine and give them more support, and those kind of dynamics work. But I feel like they can't live being in the shadows of someone else. Like it has to be more balanced between the two of you, and they're like, it's not going to ever be that way because they're just too powerful. I never imagined so much perfection. And it's funny because it came up from your side to their side, so you might think like they're really perfect in a lot of ways. They might do things that you're just like, wow, like this is my person. But then I think even you realize sometimes that like you overpower them, you outshine them, and it, I don't know, I feel like you're going through kind of like this transformation in the connection as well, because you're realizing like the dynamics between the two of you are off a little bit. Okay, so let's look at something that they feel about you that you already know, but something about that feeling that you don't know. So this is something that you already know that they feel about you. You're very illuminated. You're a very enlightened soul, and you've been isolated because of that. Yeah, you're like a one-of-a-kind, rare person, and because of that, you may have been in periods of isolation a lot in your past. you might have spent a lot of time by yourself because you are so multi-dimensional, multifaceted, talented in so many ways, versatile. I'm seeing like a diamond and all the sides just shining. You have a really like diamond energy. Very strong, very beautiful, very pure, and very bright, and very divine. Wow. So, you already know this, that they feel this about you. That they feel like you're very wise. You say a lot of beautiful things, very smart things, very wise things. They might have even been like, oh, you do really well on like a podcast, or, you're so extroverted, or you get along with a lot of people, or, like all my friends liked you, or all my whole family likes you, or, you made me think of things in ways that I never would have imagined, or you're very, very creative, or you're very like tuned in, or like, yeah, you definitely have something special about you. They've definitely said these things to you. Let's see. The Magician. Wow, yeah, this is coming from your side to their side. Yeah, so as much as they're calling you magical, you're calling them magical. You're like, I'm tired of creating this magic alone. We could do this together. So interesting. Yeah, the Magician has the infinity sign, and the Strength card has the infinity sign. So I'm using the Galaxy Tarot app, which they do not maintain, which annoys me because I lost my tarot journal for over 2 years, and again for over 4 years, twice now, and it's like heartbreaking, and someone should do something about it. I like wish we could all bombard them, Galaxy Tarot app, to maintain their app, because it's so sad. If I had the money, I would take it over, make it better, but still so good. But their like symbol, I'm gonna read it up just straight up. The infinity symbol, or lemniscate, represents the interaction of energy and matter, and the indestructibility. It represents the whole of existence and the inseparability of all parts of life. Yeah. Wow. It's like basically that you are indestructible. You represent all existence. You have so much wisdom because you have experienced so much in your life. You can relate to so many different things, so many different people and walks of life and different life experiences. You have such a wide array of interests and passions and knowledge. And you have this way of living life that incorporates all aspects. Like, your personal life affects your career, your finances, like everything integrates. Energy and matter, like everything that you do permeates everything else in your life. So you can see how like family is affecting your money energy, and it's affecting your health energy, and it's affecting your home energy, and it's affecting your career energy. Like you can see how everything works together. And I'm getting that you kind of want to create this life with them that's so deep and meaningful and integrates all aspects of life, is so overwhelming to them. But you see that they have the potential. You can see that they are able. I'm getting a 9 path number, because a number 9 life path really encompasses all the energies of the life path numbers before it. And so it's very adaptable, very versatile number. I feel like you have been trying to adapt to this person you're asking about, pile 22, because you see that they have the potential to kind of fulfill you in so many ways. So many desires that you have in all areas, family, social life, home life, career, health. Like they have the potential to kind of integrate their lives into all these aspects with you. You're a magician. You think above and beyond. You are a master creator. I'm getting 33. We have 22 here, which is a master builder number, but I'm getting, we have 11, 9, 22, 33, all the powerful numbers. Very, very powerful. You're a very powerful person. And I feel like you're willing to compromise a little bit. Yeah, it'd be nice to meet someone as powerful as you, but what is that? What are the chances of that? 1 in 100 million? 1 in a billion? And you see the potential in this person, that they have the ability to be this magician with you, create alchemy in your lives. But they're like slowly backing away. They're like, yep, totally see how powerful you are. It freaks them out a little bit too much. Okay, pull one more card and then we're gonna go on to the next thing, next topic. The Strength card. Are you kidding? In hand, another infinity sign. Those are 3 infinity signs that popped up. So in the Strength card, we see the woman and the lion, right? And the meaning behind that is like the woman has so much power that the lion not submits himself to the woman, but acknowledges her as her equal and doesn't attack, and they can just sit there, lay there together, right? That's the meaning of the Strength card. They can't do that. They're like, I'm not your lion. I don't think you'll ever see me as your equal, and that's going to cause a power dynamic, an unequal power dynamic between us in the connection. And I'm sorry, I know that makes you kind of isolated and have to kind of separate from me again, separate from people again in your life. But I want to see Spirit's message for you in regards to this. What is Spirit's message for you in this? Feel the strength of your soul. Are you kidding me? Spirit's like, do not dim your light. Feel it even stronger. Roar even louder. Roar so loud that you're equal. Some people with a roar that matches yours can hear you on all corners of the earth. Wow. This is so powerful. You're so powerful. Wow. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to pull a card from them, a message from them. I'm rediscovering who I am. This is also a message from you to them. This is a message from your higher self to them. I'm getting. I feel like you're learning to not dim your power, to bring your power back. And there's kind of like this kind of bittersweet sorrow here from you, where it's like, I'm sorry. Because there's definitely like love here. There's like admiration between the two of you. There's a huge compatibility factor between the two of you. You two really like each other. And a desire to like, like it's kind of like I can see us being together. Both of you can see being with each other and being happy about it and wanting that. But it's kind of like you're like, okay, I have been kind of hiding my power for so long. I have to see what happens when I don't hide it anymore. So I feel like you're kind of on your journey now to find your lion or lioness. Okay, so let's see this for this third and last part of the reading. I'm going to use a dice that I have to figure out the emotions that they're feeling for you right now. Let's see how many dice I'm going to be using first. 1, 2 is 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 is 2 dice. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 dice to see how they're feeling. 8. And I have a list of emotions here. The Dr. David Hawkins list emotions. These are positive emotions, these are negative emotions, and the God view of each. Okay, so 8 is trust. Trust, feeling satisfactory. This is kind of a neutral place. Yeah, because from courage up is all the positive emotions. From pride down, it's like the negative emotions, and the higher and lower you go, like the more power to it. So they feel neutral towards you. They feel satisfactory. They feel like, not bad. Like there's no regret here. They like being in your energy. But they trust you, and they trust themselves around you. But what they need to do is release. They need to release. They need to release this connection. They need to release you, or the idea of you, or the idea of a specific future with you, because you are meant to come into your full power. There's a chance that the two of you might come together again, but you need to go on this journey, lone wolf it for a little bit, to come into your power. It might be a short-term thing, it might be a long-term thing, but as you need this journey to come into your power fully. And they need to release you in order for you to do that, to have all the energy to make this major transformation. And in the same way, they're doing it to themselves, because they might have been enabling. Yeah, so they might have like let a lot of things go. You might have overpowered them one too many times, and they might have been a little bit enabling. They might let a lot of things slide and go, because you just have that much power and they like you that much, and they can tell that you like them. They feel good about this connection because they feel like it's genuine. They feel like you both really do love each other, like each other a lot, are good for each other. But they need to release you, because they need to stop enabling you. I feel like they give you a permission slip to kind of do whatever you want. They give you the permission to kind of not go after your full power and like hold yourself back. And so they understand that they need to release you. For them, they need to release you to get into more healthy connections where people aren't overpowering them. And they also need to release you on a higher perspective so that you can come into your power. And that's why they're kind of slowly stepping away. It's not totally and completely out of fear. It's they might be actually even sensing a little bit of fear from you of becoming as powerful and successful and godlike that you can become in this lifetime. So there's like an understanding here between both of you, energetically at least, if not in the physical yet, that you two are going to kind of have to step away to let the other person do what's best for them, for their highest and best good. Yeah, there's like an amicable like separation here. You two could stay friends, and there's a possibility that they can become very powerful in the next, coming months, like a year or two, few months, few years kind of energy, where you two could come together. But you need to become as powerful as you can, and they need to find a power balance in their life for themselves. So that's what's happening there. Let's see. Get a few more messages. Yeah, Ace of Swords. They'll probably come talk to you soon, even like very, very soon, because it's the Ace of Swords, the way it was angled, and we're looking at their emotions now. They might open a dialogue with you today, tomorrow, the next week or two, a month at the most. But they're going to come to you very soon and kind of talk to you about this. I'm getting sooner rather than later. So the next few days, the next week or two, the most, they're going to come and talk to you about this. Okay, their feelings about you now. I've thought about spending time with my family and me. I thought about you spending time with my family and me. This is coming from your side. Oof. I feel like you're going through a lot of thoughts. I feel like you don't want to let this go. I feel like they don't want to either. What is this Ace of Swords about from their end? What is this Ace of Swords about from their end? Receiving offer, opportunity. Okay, so they have an offer for you. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, Ace of Swords. I'm like, wait, is that an opportunity? What kind of opportunity? Network of people. But it was your... Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I feel like they might insist that you two stay close, stay friends. And you think about including them in your life. This is a very amicable relationship. It's a very mutual affection and respect between the two of you, and admiration and love. I feel like the two of you don't want to let each other go. I feel like we come to like an understanding, a compromise, or a solution, some sort of deal. Hey, how about even if we're not together romantically, we stay friends? Or Or what is this? Work event, yeah. I feel like they're like, because I feel like you like spending time with your friends and your family. I'm getting soul family, so I feel like you're making the call. You're roaring your fierceness, your power out into the universe, and you're bringing in soul family and soul friends, and they want to be part of that group. They're like, I like you. I like the way you work. I like what you're doing for the world. I like your passions and ambitions, and I'm kind of interested. Like, I kind of want to see what you do in your life. I want to be helpful if I can. I want to be involved. I think I'm ready to kind of transition and finding more people like you, like us. I might be interested in doing this, taking this kind of journey, this spiritual journey, this journey to find this power within me. There's a reason you attracted them into your life. There's a reason they attracted you into their life. And it might be that you become really good friends and end up being in the same friend group, and even possibly working together or working on the same project, working on the same charity project. I feel like they're going to say something like, hey, if if this takes off and you need some help, like, I'll be glad to like quit my job and join you, or, be able to help you on the weekends or after work, or, work part-time with you, or, help you out with this project, or fill in if someone's missing. Like, I feel like they give you like their resume. They offer their services, which is really nice. They see this potential in you that you might not even see in yourself yet, or you're starting to see in yourself. Was not expecting that. Okay, Spirit's message for this connection, for them, for you. Feel your emotions. So Spirit's like, there's no point in ignoring how you feel about each other, ignoring how you feel about this transition that you both are making in this connection. It's only going to give you more power to acknowledge the emotions both of you are feeling, and understand it deeply and use it. Okay, one last card. See Spirit's like what's gonna happen with this connection moving forward. What's gonna happen with this connection moving forward? Okay, in hand. It's time to take action. And it came out in hand and kind of got covered. It's kind of hidden. I feel like both of you have been kind of not taking action in your lives, because this person, they're mirroring you hard, because you both kind of see the power within each other, and it's very very powerful. There's a reason, that you came across each other. Maybe it was just the person that had the most similar energy in the areas that you are, in the location that you are physically, or the time that you spend the most energy on. Like if you're on like an online group chat, or it's a workplace, or like it's the neighborhood that you live in, the city, or the town, or the state, or the province, or the country. Like, it's like you two kind of met each other because it was the closest to your energy where you are. There's a potential for this becoming something more, but I do see it becoming more of like a best friend and soon to be colleague or business partner, or Something like that. I feel like both of you were stopping yourselves from taking action in your life in a very powerful way towards your purpose, your life purpose. And this kind of like transformation, this death and transformation and rebirth, there's definitely a rebirth. Like Spirit's saying, like, yeah, this connection doesn't go away. They don't disappear. You don't ghost each other. Like, and there's no anger or resentment or bitterness here. It turns into something else. And it has a potential to turn into something more in the future. But I feel like for right now, it allows the two of you to take big, powerful actions in terms of your life purpose. Yeah. Wow. All right. So there goes another reading where I wanted it to be lighthearted and just cute things that they liked about you that you didn't know. But no, it turned into a very powerful, deep, meaningful reading. So thank you, Spirit. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I know not everyone resonates with it, and it turns people away sometimes. I get less views, I get less subscribers, less comments, less likes. And that comes with the territory for doing God's work, for doing light work, being a light worker. I'm like getting teary-eyed because I'm like, I really hope I can just keep doing readings like this and people will resonate and support me. So if you are, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. And be honest, please let me know. Your honest feedback would help me the most. Like, are these the kind of readings you like and resonate and will listen to often? Or, should I mix in more lighthearted readings or only do mostly more lighter readings? Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 44 with the Labradorite. Let's see what you don't know about how they feel about you. Let's see how they feel about you that you don't know right now. Ooh. Okay. A lot of cards. Okay. So all these cards came out in reverse. And so I'm getting that, like, they're feeling this very strongly for you now. Surrender, peace, and comfort. Look at these cards. I love this. It's like soft gray, soft beige, and a soft pink. It's very like comforting and soft colors. Very divine. I'm getting like silver, gold, and like pink, which are like high level chakras. If you look at the chakra colors, they're very, very, very much aligned with you right now. They feel so aligned with you. They feel so good to be in a connection with you. They feel like it's perfect, sublime. I'm getting blissful. They're very, very happy with this connection. They're so comfortable to kind of let whatever happens between the two of you happen. They're so open to whatever happens. They trust the universe. They trust you. They trust themselves. It's like all around a really good feeling, a really good, secure feeling. They feel so absolutely sure that everything's more than perfect. No matter what happens next, it's like it would be the perfect thing that happens. And they're so okay with it. No fear, no desire that they're pushing or that you're pushing. And it's just, yeah. Universe, give us your highest and best. I trust it. Everything's good now. Everything has been great, going great since. Since the last times I've trusted the universe, and they're so in the flow. They're feeling so in the flow. Really good about you. Eight of Cups. So they might have asked for some time recently. Yeah, they might have taken some time to kind of like release something. And that's the thing that you don't know about. And that's why they're feeling like an extra layer of like goodness, an extra layer of like peace and comfort, because I feel like they felt good about this connection, but there was something kind of that they need to release to kind of fully be more immersed in the flow with you. Let's see if we can figure out what it is that they released. So they might have took like a trip by themselves, go visited family, or just went for a walk by themselves, or like went to like, I don't know, grab dinner by themselves or a drink by themselves, and you're like, wait, why didn't you invite me? And it's just like, it's because like they needed that moment. Maybe they released this a long while ago, or maybe they're like kind of like released fear of surrendering to the universe, to be in the flow, to be like, hey, we're in a connection, we're in a really nice connection with each other. I need to be able to trust this connection and the universe more. I feel like they're already in that flow, but they needed to solidify that feeling. You know how like, I don't know, if you just like kind of worked really hard in accomplishing something, like you're meant to kind of celebrate, like even if it's in a small way. You buy yourself a nice dinner, or you take yourself on a nice trip after working so hard. Like you need to solidify that energy of accomplishment by celebrating, so that the universe gives you more successful energies, prosperous energies in the future, like reasons to celebrate in the future. So they needed to kind of do this to kind of be proud of themselves for trusting you and trusting themselves and trusting the universe for this love between the two of you to unfold in perfect divine timing. I need more balance, yeah. So I feel like, I feel like your person, Pile 44, was maybe so chaotic and unsure about the connection and were freaking out. You might have known a little bit about that. Maybe they're trying to, not show their cards, but they were kind of not trusting themselves, not trusting you, not trusting the universe for this love to unfold perfectly. And I feel like this all has changed recently. How would you see this in the physical? Temporary. I'm getting temporary lines. Yeah, so I feel like they temporarily kind of took a break. Maybe there was like a break, or they kind of, I feel like they drove somewhere, flew somewhere, went on a walk somewhere. Like it was like very short term. It could have been like an hour, it could have been like a day, it could have been like a week or something at the most, but for like a short period of time, they just kind of needed to like celebrate and be proud of themselves for getting here with you, getting to this point with you in this connection where they're so open to what's next. This is so beautiful. It's like, this is so awesome. Wow, I'm so happy for you. This is great, Pile 44. The Fool and the Ace of Wands, yeah. Something indeed started here between the two of you. They're open and they're ready for it. This is kind of like they needed a moment to themselves to just be like, yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm so happy I got here. I'm so happy I have my beautiful, wonderful, lovely Pile 44 next to me. And I'm so excited for our next step together, our next adventure together. And this our new life together. So this is someone that like, this is someone you knew. So this is someone you've just met, just started dating, or you've been dating for a while and you're just about to make that step to, getting married or partnering up in some way, moving in together, making a major decision moving forward with this connection. Yeah. So don't get mad at them if they went to go hang out with their friends tonight. It's like tonight, it's like, oh, today is usually our date night. It's like, I gotta, hang out with my friends today, or I want to see my family, or I want to go take a trip by myself. Like, why aren't you bringing me? So I wouldn't get jealous of that, because like they're just grounding in the energy of this connection. Wow, that's so beautiful. It's a very healthy, good connection I'm hearing. Okay. Card fell off the table. King of Cups. Okay, yeah. They're excited and a little bit like fumbling over their words and their actions and their behavior, because they're like excited about becoming this really like evolved romantic partner. And it's not like it has nothing to do with you. I'm getting like it has nothing to do with you, like except for the fact it's like a relationship with you. This whole thing is about them. Try to get the next part of this reading. I'll look into specifically you, but this is about them. They're like, I needed a moment to be proud of myself for getting to this point in our relationship, in our connection. I needed a moment to like celebrate what it took to find someone that I want to spend the rest of my life with, or find someone that I want to like go to the next level with. They need a moment to be like, I did it. I didn't think that I ever would, or I didn't know if I ever would get here, but I did. There's so many challenges I went through before getting here. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so open. I was so nervous before. I wasn't sure what would come next, but now I'm so okay with not knowing what happens next, because I know it will be beautiful and the highest and best for us, no matter what it is. They're just feeling themselves. They're just feeling this connection. They're just feeling good about being where they are and who they are with who they are with you, beautiful pile 44. They feel so grounded, and they just need to ground it in a little bit, and they need to do it on their own. So, whether it's like an hour or a day or a few days or a week that they spend by themselves, and you're wondering, why didn't they bring me with them? This is why. And it's all good. Take it in. You're probably going to be feeling their good energies while they're off doing this thing anyway. So use those beautiful, blissful energies to take care of yourself. Give a little bit of self-love and self-care to yourself as well, because both of you are ready to embark on this new journey together, this new life together, beautifully. And they're also like, okay, fumbling a little bit because, okay, so they're excited and they're happy about becoming this really like next level romantic partner towards you. And it has nothing to, yes, they're excited that it's you that they're doing this towards, but this is about them. This is their moment between them and themselves, them and spirit, where they're genuinely excited about becoming a next level lover, to become a next level romantic partner, to become a couple, to become this new version of themselves. They're excited, they're a little bit nervous, they're a little bit fumbling, and they're a little bit thinking about it excitedly. So that's why this is a little bit about them. Okay, let's give it to your partner. Let's give it up for your partner, pile 44, because they're excited. They worked really hard to become the romantic partner they are to now, to have this really loving relationship with someone that they genuinely truly love, you. Yes, they would down to celebrate with you and this relationship. You two probably hit the milestones, celebrate the milestones, or if this is new, you will be celebrating the milestones. But this is something that they needed to do for themselves, you are their accomplishment. Who they become is their accomplishment. They become the romantic partner that they always wanted to be. They're entering the romantic partnership they always want to be in. They're with the person of their dreams. Like, they need a second to like take it all in. I'm like, my body is just kind of like, you know, like the out of body experience where it's just like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Like that kind of, they just need to ground that energy in and just appreciate it and be in that, like, whew, I did it. We're here. Like, this is amazing feeling, you know, that kind of feels. Okay, so the next card we're gonna pull is what you already know that they feel about you, but like something you didn't know about that feeling. Rest. Yeah, are you kidding me? And it's rest in consciousness. Look at this, like peace, surrender, comfort, rest. So you already know that they feel like they finally found the one. You two probably have already talked about this a little bit. Yeah, they already told you. They already told you that, like, I know you're the one. I feel so sure about this. We're connected on so many levels, so many higher levels, including spiritually. With the consciousness in these three ways, like the way our minds connect, the things that we talk about, our intellectual interests align, our emotions align, the things that we are passionate about, our ability to talk about our emotions with each other are on the same level. The way we talk, the way we feel about each other is on the same level. And spiritually, like, I just feel like, yeah, like there is this quality that you have and this connection has that's like heavenly, otherworldly, just beyond. It's just a undescribable feeling. And there's such a thick layer of it between, like, within our connection, like around our connection. It's just this like very surreal feeling when I'm with you and when we're together. Just feeling like we're in a different world, more heavenly world, and they're like, I can't describe it, and that's why I know what that we're connected spiritually, because we can't describe it. That's how high it is. Okay, so that's the feeling that you already know that they feel towards you. But let's see. Ace of Pentacles. They already gave you an offer. Okay. There's something about they already gave you an offer. Oh, they already talked about giving you an offer, but they haven't yet or something. So this is like you two kind of talked about, like, hey, would you want to get married? It's like, yeah, I think I do want to get married. And I want to get married with you. I feel like you both just had like the marriage conversation, or if this is like you two, if this is a new thing, like you two just talked about potentially going on a date sometime, or like talking about like we're gonna go study. Okay, so they already offered this to you, but there's like more to it. So if this is like a first date or something, or a second date, like they asked you out already, but they didn't ask you out. Okay, so like if this is a new thing, like they might have just already asked you out on the first date or a second date or something, and they're gonna ask you to go study. And that's something you don't know yet. And you might have just talked about getting married, but they're about to like figure out how to propose to you or something like that soon. Or it could be like you both talked about having kids and they're about to like tell you that they're pregnant or something. I read both like from the side of the male or female, or the more feminine or masculine energy, so take it how it resonates. But yeah, there's about like you two just talked about something and they're about to like offer it to you though. And you don't, that's the part you don't know. Get more information. Death card. I feel like you kind of already like gave up hope or something. I feel like this is kind of like maybe you two are already married, but you had to elope, or you had to get married in like a difficult situation. Like you didn't get to have a full wedding, or you had to like, you couldn't have your family there, or like not someone didn't approve, a family member didn't approve and didn't come or something to the wedding or something like that, or it had to be done in secret or something like that. So I feel like there's something like if you guys were already married, like it wasn't like the full wedding that you wanted or something, or the full marriage that the two of you wanted, and so they're about to like ask you to marry them again or something like that. And or maybe like the first date didn't go so well, and it was like yeah, like that was kind of horrible. Like it was just like the situation, like everything went wrong. And then like the second date, like one or both of you had to cancel, and so they're like about to think of they ask you out again, and you're just like, okay, another date, hope it goes well this time. And they're gonna like kind of recreate like the first date, but like how it like was supposed to go or something, or like just like make a brand new first date for the two of you to remember or something like that, like something crazy romantic. I'm getting, I mean, I feel like they're in a really romantic mood, even though the cards aren't really particularly showing that. I just feel like they're being romantic in the way that they're going to present this offer opportunity to you. What does that mean, Spirit? Divine love connection. Oh, wow. This card doesn't come off that often. This is a divine love connection. They feel so sure that this is the one, that you're the one. It's, wow. What are they gonna do that's gonna, let's see. What are they about to do? Just know I'm obsessed with you. Oh, okay. So I feel like they're gonna show you how much they believe in this connection, and how much you matter to them. Let's see. I think we should slow down. Oh, I'm getting a trick. They're gonna trick you. Like something, like for example, if you two are looking for a home or something, and you're looking at a specific house or something, specific place, and you know it fell off the market, or you drove by a place often, and you're like, oh, it would be so, I would love living in that home, or I would love living there. They're gonna surprise you that they like put a down payment on that home, or they bought that place or something like that. Yeah, they're gonna surprise you. I'm getting, they're gonna trick you though, like, oh yeah, like offer on that house fell through, like, you know, they picked someone else's offer or something like that, or, you know, I'm sorry that I made you take those vacation days off, like, you know, I couldn't get that flight, or that I couldn't get that hotel in time, or everything's all booked up, like, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to think something else or something. Or they have a surprise trip planned, like, so that's why they tricked you into taking those days off or something. They have a surprise up their sleeve. I'm interested. I'm trying to figure it out, but like, Spirit's not giving me much. And there's a reason for that. I want to grow together. Yeah, like, the two of you might have talked about having kids or something like that, and they want to surprise you with like a nursery, or like a bigger home or something like that, or you know, if this is a female, like that they're pregnant, or you know, something along those lines. Let me see. Ooh, okay, couple cards. These aren't. I've been hurt by love before, so I'm getting that they are so grateful. Like, I feel like it's been a traumatic journey for them in love, so for them to reach this level where they found a divine love connection, they want to show their, first of all, gratitude to Spirit for helping them on their journey to get here to you. But also, I just went blank. My mind just went blank. The sexual thoughts that run through my mind. Yeah, so I've been hurt before. Yeah, second of all, to show how much you actually mean to them. Because, like, I feel like you never really completely know what the other person has been through, you know. I feel like, at least for the two of you, like, this is like a newer thing where you're about to, like, you're just on your first few dates, several dates, and you're about to become like an exclusive thing, like boyfriend girlfriend or something. Or this is like, you've been dating for a little bit and you're talking about marriage, or you're about to get engaged, you're about to have a kid together, you're about to move somewhere together, and it's like very significant. It's a significant major milestone towards like the beginning of relationships, towards the beginning of a long-term relationship. Yeah, because like the sexual energy is still fire, like it's still so crazy. They're very obsessed with you. They're gonna make a big move. What does Spirit have to say about this? Your manifestations are taking shape. Yeah. So I feel like you two have talked about something major for the connection, and they're about to like pull through in like a very surprising way, and that you don't expect. That's why Spirit's like not giving me that much information, because they're like, this is supposed to be a very like good surprise for you. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, so I don't want more information. Adjustments are required. Yeah, I feel like they went off to make those adjustments, so you know, they might have might have some loose ends to tie up, and that's kind of what they're doing. This could be like, I'm getting, it's like a short-term thing. Yeah, they might have went to go like set up, like if you two are about to engage, they're like setting up like the place or something, or they're, you know, seeing the family or friends, or talking to the photographer, or like yeah, and if this was like the date or something, they're like, you know, making sure that they buy the gift that they want for you, and that everything's perfect, and make the reservations and whatever. Ooh, yes, that's another reason why they didn't invite you along, because like maybe they're scoping out a place, to see if it's appropriate or the perfect place or something like that for the date or for the proposal or for the announcement or for for the something together, where you two kind of get to hash it out and dream big and make your next moves and plan of what's going next. It could be just like a romantic getaway in order to talk about your next steps together, and they just need a moment to collect themselves, to figure out. Yeah, they're gonna definitely show you something really romantic like that, show you how much you mean to them. And I feel like they're gonna tell you like if this isn't like a date or a proposal and stuff, this might be like where they kind of tell you how much you mean to them. Yeah. Wow, I'm so excited for you, Pile 44. This is really exciting. Let me know if you're excited. I'd love to know, like, in the comment section, or even if you just like this reading. A like would go a long way in supporting my divine channelings and my soul mission. And I hope that my beautiful divine channeled messages are helping you along with your beautiful goals. And I wish you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 77 with the Malachite. Let's see how they feeling about you that you don't know. Happiness. Okay, they're feeling incredibly happy towards you and towards the situation. Okay, that's starting off on a good note. All right. Why are they feeling so happy? High Priestess, because they feel truly connected. Okay, so the part you might not know about this, you might know that they're happy because I'm getting, it's hard not to tell with their stupid smile that they have on their face. It's so big, like it's hard to miss. So I feel like they're really smiley, or they might be conveying this through social media, or somehow, or just by talking to you, or just by their mood and their behaviors and their attitude, and just like the way they're acting, that they're feeling very happy. But what the part you might not know is that they're feeling really happy because they're feeling really connected. They're feeling really connected to source. They're feeling really connected to the spirit, to who they truly genuinely are. Outwardly, they could be happy for any reason, but so you probably didn't really know why they were feeling happy, and that's why. Although you might have had a clue, or you could just be really intuitive yourself, and so you know that they're just really feeling in the flow, feeling really connected. And but I feel like a lot of you didn't really know why they're feeling this way exactly. But they're feeling happy with you and this connection. Wow, the Sun card. Are you kidding me? Very super positive. Yeah, they're feeling very positive and happy because I'm getting all the lights are turning green ahead of them. Like everything's a go. Everything's getting a green light. Everything's moving forward exactly the way they want it to in this connection. 6 of Swords. Okay. They may be planning to travel to you. They may be planning to communicate to you. They may be planning a trip with you. They're in really good mood, really good spirits about you and this connection. Words do hurt. I feel like things didn't end like in the last conversation that you two had in exactly the way you wanted it to, or that they wanted it to. And so they're kind of feeling a little, so you're like, why are they so happy? Like, shouldn't they be mad, upset, or sad because of the last conversation we had? Why are they so happy? What are they up to, Like you just got into a little fight or something, or argument, a little quibble, and all of a sudden they're happy and their mood is ecstatic and fun and free flowing, and you're like, why are they so happy, huh? Like, and it's because they're really aligned. Things are going exactly their way, I'm hearing. It feels like something missing without you around. I feel like they're getting a lot of clarity about what to do. And ever since they had this idea of what's wrong between the two of you, what move they need to make next, what's happening between the two of you, ever since they got this clarity and this idea of what to do in this connection next, or why you two are in an argument, what to do to appease you, what to do to make things right, they got this beautiful idea. And ever since they had this idea, they've been in a good mood because it's so perfect and exactly what you need and exactly what they need and exactly what this relationship needs, this connection, that they're in good spirits and everything else is aligning. Because I feel like this is like the one little like block from them feeling happy in general and happy with life. So I wouldn't be mad at them if they're acting happy and in a good mood, especially after an argument that you two just had, or a disagreement, or kind of like a situation where neither of you could think of a solution or a way forward. I wouldn't be mad at them if they're happy because they just got a brilliant idea, and it's because they really tapped into what would be the best for you and them in the situation, and they got the idea because they were thinking with their higher self, with their intuition, with their divine self. They were connecting. They asked Spirit. Spirit's happy that they're connecting. They asked their spirit guides or their ancestors or a past or a loved one. Whatever they did, they connected to a higher power. And Spirit is so happy with that they gave them the exact perfect idea. And they love you so much that this was the only thing that was blocking them from happiness in everything. So they were upset at work. They were upset with other people. They were upset with themselves. They were upset with this and that. And it's just because if things aren't right with you, things aren't right anywhere. That's how much they care about you. That's how much they love you. That's how much you matter to them. And that's how much they're doing to make things right. They went above and beyond. I'm hearing they connected, and they I'm getting this is not something they naturally do, but they understand it now. They understand why it's important to connect to a higher power, to ask for guidance, because ideas are not our own. Thoughts are not our own. They're just energies floating in the air that sometimes pop into our head. You can believe me or not, but that's the spiritual way of perceiving it. Ideas are just an energy. They live in the mental, energetic dimension. It's like physical, and then mental and ethereal, and the mental energy is like with like 4D, basically 4D reality, where you have like your thoughts manifest. So if you're in a really bad mood, you'll see like demons and monsters, and if you're in a really good mood, you can see paradise. But then you have the ethereal realm, which is like 5D, which is like heaven, right? But yeah, they see the importance of connecting to the higher realms. And so yeah, the higher power, source energy, spirit guides, whatever, their angels that they asked for help with, downloaded a bunch of beautiful ideas to them that is perfect for this connection. Perfect. So perfect that they're in such a good mood. They might be on like a really good high for a day or two, or maybe even 3. Enjoy it. Let them enjoy it. Because it's like they're using their intuition, their intuitive abilities to connect to something bigger than themselves, to find a solution for something that matters to them a lot, which is you and this connection. A very divine purpose, this divine love between the two of you. They're doing this for a divine purpose. So let them be in that good mood. Encourage it. Enjoy it with them. Enjoy their good mood with them. They'd be happy to share it. Yeah. I'm so in love with this reading. I'm so in love with both of your energies right now. It's like so good. Okay. There's like a truck out there just like backing up. I don't know if you hear that. So Spirit was like, back up or something. Okay. So let's go to the next part of the reading, which is how they feel about you. Something you know, but something you don't know about it. So a feeling that they feel for you that you already know, but something about that feeling that you don't know. Okay. How they feel about you, something you already know. Anger. Okay. So this is backing up. So you know how Spirit's like, that truck that was backing up? I'm like, what are we backing up? This is before this happened? Yeah. Spirit's like, yeah. Okay, so they were very angry with you, and you know it, because obviously you two had like a disagreement or, you know, a verbal argument, and it was kind of very obvious, like, you know, you don't need to be an empath to know that they're angry. Yeah. Right? So they're angry at you, towards you. Something you didn't know about that anger. Knight of Cups. It's because they wanted to do something romantic towards you, and everything was ruined. You know, it's kind of one of those energies, like you have a really beautiful night planned for someone, a beautiful date or a beautiful surprise, and then like it gets ruined, and it's like, wait, why are they so angry at me? It's because the part that you didn't know is that they were planning something romantic for you, and it got messed up, and they didn't want to tell you about it because it was a surprise. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, so many cards popped out. The Empress. Okay, that's from your energy to their energy. And there were another layer of anger was that you were acting and behaving perfectly. You didn't know that they were about to surprise you with this really romantic gesture, action, date, night, trip, event, situation. And so you were acting all perfect, and that made them even more mad because they're like, wow, this person's gorgeous, they're looking really good, they're behaving perfectly, and here they are being a little stupid idiot head because they're angry. And like, they didn't even know I had this plan for them, planned for us, and it was gonna be so romantic, and now they get to act like a better person, so perfect, and you know, that makes me even more angry because they're acting so perfect. Maybe you had the perfect argument. What you were saying was, you know, true and made sense, and you were conveying it so eloquently as well. And that made them even more angry because they were mad at themselves for behaving, like not handling the anger, and they were angry because they had some surprise planned for you and it didn't work out, and you know, they put some thought into it, a lot of thought, and so they were angry about that. And then on top of that, you're looking perfect, you're acting perfect, and that made them even more mad. So the argument that the two of you had, the disagreement, whatever, it might have been just like something that wasn't even like it didn't even make sense. It might have been petty. If you're really intuitive yourself, you probably picked up on the fact that it might be something else besides the actual topic of conversation. Because like, it's like, why would you get angry about that? Like, yeah, maybe it'd be annoying or irritating, but like, why would you get angry about that? Like, hold that against me. And it's because there was more to it. Okay, one more card and we'll go to the next part of the reading. Ooh. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. And Spirit is saying like it wasn't meant to happen in this way. Like whatever like romantic gesture they were gonna present to you, it wasn't meant to happen in that way. And Spirit gave them an even better idea. This reminds me of a pile that I had last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Yeah, they're gonna be able to show it to you in a much more divine and more perfect way. So they quickly got over being angry at you, and that's why you're like, wait, why are you so happy all of a sudden? And it's because like they feel happy that this is even better than their last plan, and more divine and more perfect. And it completely cancels out any anger that they had before, or any feeling of like, oh, I wasted my time, or like it didn't work out, I'm so angry it didn't work out, like whatever the situation was. Like they're so supremely happy because this is way, way better and way perfect in terms of timing and situation and idea. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that catches us up to the present, and we're going to the third and final part of this reading, which is looking at how they feel about you right now in this moment. And I'm gonna use my dice to do that in this like unique different way. Let's just get right into it. How many dice are we using? One and two are one dice. 5. I have a list of emotions here using Dr. David Hawkins' books, list of emotions. Everything from courage and higher are positive emotions, and anything from pride and lower are negative emotions. And we're looking at 5, which is really high up there, and it's understanding. Yeah, they really, really deeply understand why things had to happen the way it did. And the reason for it, that's why they're so happy, because it's not just like, here's a good idea. It's like, here's a good idea, and this is why it didn't work out last time, and this is why this is going to be an more extremely beautiful way to present this romantic gesture to your person. And like everything just makes sense, because if it's a divine idea, you get clarity on why it didn't happen before and why it's happening in the way that it's happening now, and everything, you know. It's very meaningful, it's wise. Yeah. So they needed the experience. I'm getting abstraction, which is the process. They needed the experience of not exactly the right thing to appreciate and more fully be invested and be in the moment for the more extremely right thing, more perfect divine thing, you know. I feel like the wisdom here is that they might have a little bit of a controlling nature or a need for things to be perfect, and it's kind of like the lesson here is don't settle. They might have a tendency to settle a lot, get things over with, do things a little bit more sloppy, or they're content with the way that they do things, but maybe they need to push themselves a little bit more. They're connecting with the divine here. You can see with the high priestess, they're connecting with something bigger and powerful, and that's probably you that brings that out in them, the need to connect to something bigger. Your energy is more powerful, their energy is more powerful with you. The energy of this connection is something more or something better than they had in the past, and so they can't just settle for things that they would have done before. And even though what they were going to do is probably beautiful and romantic, like, this is a chance for them to grow spiritually and grow romantically and do a little bit more, push themselves a little bit outside of their comfort zone. So that's what I'm getting from them. You already know. Okay. I'm getting, you don't know, but they already know exactly what to do here. They probably know a little bit more than you do about where this connection is going, because they connected to the divine about this situation, about what to do next in this connection. And so they know a little bit more about this connection, about you, about the situation, about themselves, about the higher meaning of what's going on in this connection right now than you do at this time, which is great, because that's the sign that your person, beautiful pile 77, is someone on your level. They can push ahead a little bit, and you don't have to be the one always leading. This is someone who can match your energy and lead sometimes. That's great. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Wow. Great news, 77. Okay. Give me a chance. Yeah. So this could be a situation where things didn't work out before. Or you guys were at an impasse and it was like, I don't know how this connection is going to move forward. Don't know how we can continue this. Don't know how we can build this future together. And totally at an impasse where it's like so stuck that you two are just kind of like, there's no moving forward, possibly, most likely. And then they come up with this beautiful divine idea and like, I'm going to blow their mind. I know how to get this to work. And all they need to do now is get you to give them one more chance, and they're going to prove themselves, show themselves. Yeah, in a really, really beautiful way. Okay, so message to you from them. You're my best friend. Aw. So I feel like they have something really fun planned to show you how romantically compatible the two of you are, how aligned the two of you are, how you can work through whatever the situation is, whether it's a small issue or a big one, how easy it is for the two of you to move through a seemingly uncomfortable situation into a very beautiful path neither of you could have imagined just before the argument. So it was like, change the pattern. Yeah, I feel like it's so incredible and wow, just like mind-blowing, because they're gonna change the connection. Like, you two could not see this path before. It was not presented to you before. Neither of you could see this path. You went through a lot of paths forward, like, and crossing things out, like, okay, not that path, not that path. And neither of you could see a path forward. There was no solution. They found a path forward. And it's opening up so many more future paths, decisions, and options for the two of you together. But during this time, all you two needed was one path forward. And that path forward could, open up the future for you two together. They opened up that timeline. They opened up that possibility. They opened up that path. They found a path. And they're like, I know it's just one. It's one path that I found. We had 100 solutions that didn't work, but we just needed one. And I found that one solution, one path, one possibility. And I if you give me this chance and you walk down this path with me, this one path that works for us right now, I guarantee you we'll find our future opening up, more possibilities and options for us opening up in the future. If you hold my hand and walk down this path with me, I promise this path opens up really wide. I know there's 100, there's a million paths that didn't work, that we crossed out, that we didn't agree on. But if you just take this one path, I promise it branches out to a million beautiful new possibilities for us in the future. I promise you it won't hold us down. It won't, keep us from, what's the word I'm thinking of? Confine us. Like, it won't confine us to just one way of living and one possibility and something that only works for us in the immediate future. I promise us, if we walk down this path right now into the near future, that it will open up. They can see the forest through the trees. And right now you're just seeing the trees and aren't so hopeful. Right now they have the upper hand. Right now they're holding the higher vision. They can see more clearly. They can see the future possibilities more than you can. Wow. They're not giving up. Like, give me a chance. Oh. Okay, and then one more card to see what's happening with this connection. Hold your vision, yeah. Being told by Spirit to just hold on there. Let things happen. Hold your vision. Walk down this path, this narrow path, a path that's not taken often. It's narrow, it's dirty, there's a lot of limbs. It's one little tiny, unkept, untraveled path. And hoping you kind of have to this is a leap of faith. Hoping this one solution can bring you from the present and the immediate future into a long-term future. And hoping that it's not just a dead end. Not a temporary solution, not a band-aid. Because if there's 100 paths that didn't work for us, 1,000,000 paths forward that didn't work for us, why are we still trying? Isn't that a sign that we should just maybe go our separate ways? And find people that we have many paths, many options towards the future with, and they're like, just give me one more chance. Go down this path with me, and I promise you, I'm going to show you an unbelievable world that no one has ever seen before. Magical, miraculous, hidden. I'm getting inner earth, or a utopia, or the golden city, the a fairyland, or I don't know, some beautiful land. I will show you a future that you could not have imagined. It's more beautiful than anyone has ever seen, that very, very few can see. Just go down, take that leap of faith, take this path with me. I'm ecstatic for you, Pile 77. I'm kind of mind blown right now. I don't know what to say. Speechless. Yeah, I would love your honest feedback. I mean, this whole reading, I was intending to channel more lighthearted messages, but each and every one of them were so deep and profound and unique, and I'm grateful that I am able to work with spirit in such a deep level in this way. But what I want is your honest feedback, and if you resonate with this, if you know people that would resonate with this, if you think it's a good idea for me to continue doing very deep readings or just do it once in a while and focus more on like lighthearted readings, because this is my light work. This is for my service to you, to others. So if you know what I'm doing, it doesn't resonate, or it doesn't resonate with too many people, or is not really helpful, or not what you want, then you know I want to change it up. I want to listen. So thank you so much for your kind support of me and my light work, and I hope that my divine channeled messages are helping you along with your life purpose and highest and best goals and romance and everything. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.